As you all know, I've been working day and night to keep up with the Trump assassination attempt story. I am dumbfounded day after day as the details that continue to leak out, but are rather just provided by those in the inside that finally are deciding to say something. And now, a new Secret Service whistleblower still working for the agency comes forth with information that is inexplicable, unexplainable. How this made it this far. And you and me and we the people are always kept in the dark. Well, until now, because this one has rocked the very foundation of Washington. And I'm going to bring you that story here today. Hope you see the video on my screen. If you did not get to watch it yesterday, it's over at Lisa Haven's channel. I'm going to put a link above. It tells you another admission that just came out. Something the Secret Service, again, isn't telling you. Well, until they're questioned. And then you find out, guess what? No recordings, guys. I'm sorry, they're gone. And that relates directly to today's story. So before we get rolling into it, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you think you are, double check. If you want to support me, I have a membership platform here. Or if you can go to restrictedrepublic.com. That's what Lisa Haven and I created just for you. No commercials, no interruptions, no sponsors. Discount code Independence today will get you $4 a month for 2 years. Plus 14 days for free. And the great part about all of it is you cancel anytime. That's how confident we are. Once you're there, you'll go nowhere else for your news that matters, and we need your support to be able to continue to bring you the truth nobody else is bringing you. And today's story is no exception to that. So without further ado, let's get rolling into this story. You remember the story I told you last week about Joseph Kafari, the watchdog of the DHS, the watchdog of the watchdog, because the Department of Homeland Security runs the Secret Service? And a lot of people don't like Joseph Kafari. Understandably so. He's done a few things that maybe, well, we don't know anymore, do we? Because now I'm starting to believe the man more and more every day. What does this relate to? Secret Service says no January 6th texts were found after records were deleted. Remember, they were doing a phone migration at the time. The criminal probe opened up into the deletion of those texts. Joseph Kafari led that probe. He gave some information to the J6 panel that they didn't like very much. That Joseph Kafari we talked about last week. Also the man who will be leading the investigation into the Trump assassination attempt. There's one problem with everything he does, though. At least it relates to January 6th. Well, Mayorkas keeps it on his desk. The full report that this man wrote that could have prevented, potentially, the Trump assassination attempt, because it would have improved what the Secret Service is doing, their processes and procedures. Well, it still sits on Mayorkas' desk to today. And what I'm about to tell you will go to raise an even larger question as to why that report still sits on his desk. Well, we're going to roll forward. You had here on The Intercept, Secret Service deleted January 6 text messages after oversight officials requested them. Erased text messages from January 5th and January 6th according to a letter given to the January 6th committee and reviewed by The Intercept. The letter was originally sent by the Department of Homeland Security Office of the Inspector General, Joseph Kafari, to the House and Senate Homeland Security Committees, though the Secret Service maintained the texts were lost as a result of a device replacement program. Just so happened to be at the same timing that those records were requested. I know, nobody really thought that to be true. Well, I'm going to make this, again, another story today that will crumble apart and become as black and white as any story I've presented you. All due to one whistleblower that just came out and rocked the foundation again of these inside letter agencies that just do whatever they want. Secret Service deleted text messages ahead of January 6th events. Benny Thompson went crazy over this. Well, they were not clear as to how. They just know that they're not there, he stated. He stated a lot, didn't he? But he pointed the finger of blame at Joseph Kafari. The DHS IG admits to deleting his own texts, Benny Thompson screamed. How dare you do that? Let's not worry now, and I'm moving through this page, sorry about that. Let's not worry the texts that were critical to frame in the entire January 6th event from the 5th and 6th disappeared. Now, we're going to go after the man inspecting the United States Secret Service because he deleted texts, which he, by the way, states weren't privy to that sort of protection. At the time, I didn't believe him. Now coming full circle, I see what he may have been protecting. But when you ask Benny Thompson any question, this is Massey asking in a line of questioning here. I want you to listen in for one moment.
Well, the issue of that with the Secret Service came up when the IG was trying to get access to the record and did not tell us that he was trying to get access to the record. We found that out later in the investigation.
Not upset, doesn't want to pursue why the texts were deleted through a phone migration. No, he's just worried about the IG. The IG, how dare he tell us they were deleted? He's the one who must have done it, is what he's insinuating there. Representative Massey, this from Julie Kelly, always does an incredible job. Suggested deletions made between February and April 2021 under Secretary Mayorkas represented criminal obstruction of Congress since Democrats have sent preservation notices to all agencies prior to the alleged device migration. But what did they do about it? This J6 committee should have done something. Nothing. Nothing. One of your first clues, huh? Most of these committees do nothing. But wait. Years after the event, it appears when the acting director stepped down, a few people were a little bit less afraid. So now they come forward. This from Susan Crabtree. Real Clear Politics nailed this one, man. A Secret Service whistleblower who is still working for the agency, still active duty, told me on Thursday that the agency management asked for his cell phones a few months after J6. When the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General, Joseph Kafari, was conducting his investigation into the Secret Service. So that's an entirely different story now. Hey, we're being investigated. I'm going to need your phones, please. I'm going to share the relevant parts of this interview, she states, this 8-1 interview with the whistleblower. But just know this interview took place one day before the Department of Homeland Security IG issued its report late Friday, August 2nd. Phones were wiped to text to clean. Oh, looks like somebody may be covering their own butt now. You're not going to drag me down in this investigation, so I'm going to rat you out. The United States Secret Service let VP-elect Kamala Harris walk within 20 feet, remember, of the pipe bomb at the DNC. Have we heard anything about that? No. It relates all the way to the Trump assassination attempt now. The Secret Service whistleblower stated, I worked on January 6th and had turned to my phones a couple months later and never saw it again. And yeah, all those things got deleted. But before they took my phone and everything, none of them were deleted. What are you talking about? We had a technological cell phone software update, he asks. Every text and email that I had prior to January 6th was still on my phone. But once they took my phone and gave me a different one, they were all gone. Oh, device migration didn't delete the emails now, did it? According to this whistleblower, the Secret Service deleted the emails. What did they tell you? What's the reason or rationale they gave you for making you turn in your phone? Because their Department of Justice investigation regarding our phones, we're going to have to take your phone and give you a different one. Oh, it wasn't scheduled, I guess. It was all because of the inspector himself, Joseph Kafari, reported to you this last week. Of course, the whistleblower states, but at that point, let's see, around January 6th, I was still a believer that anything they say must mean the best for it. But that was before I dealt with the corruption I did. I soon discovered in the Secret Service people lie. They do all these things. It's just their culture. That is a stunning admission and account of what happened. How are we the people to trust this agency to be able to provide any service? The HSIG confirms in a report that Biden, Mayorkas, DHS significantly stonewalled his entire J6 investigation, and nobody's supposed to question anything? Just be quiet and accept the narrative? Well, now you see why we continue to question it. Text deleted. Cell phones of top officials, presumably including Kim Cheadle, were wiped. Data never recovered. Although, and in this email he states, the Office of the Inspector General, Joseph Kafari, although we requested text messages from Select, I'll get this full screen so it's hopefully a little bit easier to read. Secret Service did not provide those records while we were conducting our fieldwork. On March 31st, 2021, the Secret Service provided a screenshot of only one text message exchange in response to our February 2021 initial information request. I'm sorry, they have to be reviewed. We don't know if we can give you access. That's not our procedure. That's not our policy. Oh, we had a migration effort and, wow, son of a gun. All that information just went away. My friends, this is stunning to continue to bring you this level of misinformation provided to us. This was years ago. But Kim Cheadle steps down. Suddenly this whistleblower feels a little bit more comfortable and says, wait, before this report that's now coming out gets put out on me, I'm not going down. I'm not going down at all. So I wonder what else they haven't told us that they have, that we deserve as we the people, because we still don't have answers to this. But we're finding out a little bit more behind the scenes right now. I'm going to bring that to you too. I can't, if I can vet out what I've been told, this will knock your socks off, what they have on this. And I'm working diligently to assure it's accurate before I bring it to you like I do every day. So now Joseph Kafari is going to investigate the assassination attempt. What do you think they're going to do there? Oh, wait, that's right. They're trying to stonewall him on that also. Doesn't this raise a lot of questions? Every morning I go wake up just like you, and we try to dig through this. And anyone who attempts to assist or help or provide the truth, nothing comes of it. Another congressional review, which to me is a great way to take all this information and throw it in the trash can of history. I guess we don't deserve it. Even though our tax dollars are funding every hour, every minute, every investigation, every piece of paper, we do deserve better information. And that's why I make it my daily task to bring you these updates, no matter how small, how minuscule, or how large. They all play in to the truth. And that, my friends, is exactly what you deserve. I love you all. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justus Knight, signing out.